Friends, in today's world, we've all seen many huge animals, whether they're deep in the oceans or roaming the land. And no doubt, the blue whale still holds the crown as the largest living animal ever. However, in this video, I'm going to take you back in time to meet the largest extinct creatures ever discovered. Beasts so massive that some experts believe they were even bigger than the blue whale. These giants once ruled our planet, but are now long gone. And you know, second last was amazing. Keep watching till end. Tell me, if you had the chance to bring one of these extinct giants back to life, just one, which animal would you choose? Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit bell icon. Friends, the woolly rhinoceros lived during the Ice Age and was way bigger than the rhinos we see today. Covered in a thick coat of fur, these mighty beasts were perfectly built to survive the brutal cold of the Ice Age. They belong to a group of animals known as megafauna, a term used for giant animals that existed during the Ice Age. Most of these megafauna species became extinct after the Ice Age ended. The woolly rhinoceros had two horns, with the front horn being much larger than the one behind. These horns were used for defense, not for hunting, because their diet was completely herbivorous. They relied on grass and other types of vegetation. Woolly rhinoceroses went extinct around 14,000 years ago. The main reasons for their extinction are believed to be climate change after the end of the Ice Age and excessive hunting by humans. Even today, frozen remains of these animals are still found in the icy regions of Siberia, Russia, remains that haven't decomposed for thousands of years. Number 6. Megura. Friends, the Megura was an insect that looked like a giant dragonfly, and it's considered the largest insect ever to exist. These creatures lived 300 million years ago, which means they appeared millions of years before the dinosaurs even existed. Their wingspan used to reach up to 75 centimeters, making them not only larger than modern-day dragonflies, but larger than any prehistoric insect ever recorded. The main reason for their massive size is believed to be the oxygen levels of that era. During that time, the Earth's atmosphere contained around 35% oxygen, much higher than today. Although they were the largest insects in terms of size, their actual body weight was less than many present-day beetle species. Their diet was carnivorous, feeding on amphibians and other insects. Megura went extinct around 250 million years ago, likely due to a mysterious mass extinction event, an event that wiped out 90% of all species on Earth. How and why this event happened still remains unknown to this day. And perhaps, if that event had never occurred, our Earth might look very different. Number 5. Parasaurtherum. Friends, Parasaurtherum is the largest land mammal ever known to exist on Earth. It belonged to the rhinoceros family, but unlike today's rhinos, it did not have horns. Its first fossil was discovered in Balochistan, Pakistan, which is why it is also called Balochtherium. This massive animal could weigh up to 20 tons, which is equal to the weight of 4 African elephants. Due to limited fossil evidence, its exact size remains unclear, but some estimates suggest its length reached up to 26 feet. Despite its gigantic body, it had a relatively small skull. And just like modern rhinos, its diet was herbivorous, plant-based. Parasaurtherum went extinct around 23 million years ago, and the likely reasons for its extinction include climate changes and competition from gomphotheres, relatives of 4-tusked elephants that took over their habitats. Number 4. Ground sloth. You've probably heard of the sloths of today, lazy, slow, and small creatures who spend most of their time hanging from trees. But sloths weren't always this way. There used to be a species called the ground sloth, which was massive in size, growing up to 20 feet long. This elephant-sized sloth could weigh as much as 4 tons, roughly equal to an elephant. While they were primarily herbivores, due to their size and strength, scientists believe their diet may have been omnivorous, meaning they could also hunt smaller animals if needed. Ground sloths lived in grasslands and woodlands, and they preferred to sleep in caves. They thrived during the Ice Age, but after it ended, they began to disappear. Another major cause of their extinction was overhunting by early humans, who hunted them in large numbers. Number 3. Joseph Artigasia. Friends, today the largest rodent in the world is the capybara, which many people even keep as pets. But compared to Joseph Artigasia, the capybara is nothing. Joseph Artigasia was the largest rodent species ever recorded, and its size was comparable to a modern-day horse. It had 2 massive front teeth, which gave it a very intimidating appearance. According to some estimates, its bite force was around 936 pounds. However, despite that power, it was still herbivorous, feeding on plants. These creatures lived around 4 million years ago, a time when other giants like ground sloths and saber-toothed predators also roamed the earth. Just like many other ancient species, Joseph Artigasia also went extinct after the Ice Age ended, likely due to climate change. Number 2. Ketzelcoatlus, friends. This was the largest flying creature ever to soar the skies. It belonged to the group of pterosaurs, which were flying reptiles from the age of dinosaurs, though they were not dinosaurs themselves. No flying creature in history has ever matched the size of Quetzalcoatlus. Its wingspan was between 33 and 40 feet, and its beak alone was about 8.2 feet long, meaning it could swallow a human in one bite. These flying beasts often hunted smaller dinosaurs, though their primary diet consisted of dead animals, much like modern-day vultures. Quetzalcoatlus went extinct due to the asteroid impact that wiped out most dinosaurs and large reptiles around 66 million years ago. Number 1. Patagotitan Mayorum. Friends, over 1,000 species of dinosaurs have been discovered so far, but do you know which one is the largest dinosaur ever discovered? Yes, it's the Patagotitan Mayorum, and not just the biggest dinosaur, but the largest land animal to have ever walked the earth. According to some paleontologists, its estimated length exceeded 120 feet, making it much larger than even the blue whale, which is the largest living animal today. Patagotitan Mayorum was also the heaviest animal ever discovered, weighing up to 100 tons, roughly equal to 20 modern African elephants. When it lifted its neck, it could easily reach the height of a 7-story building. Despite its enormous size, it was completely herbivorous, feeding solely on plants. Patagotitan belonged to a group of dinosaurs called sauropods, which were long-necked, plant-eating giants. Now you might assume it was wiped out by the asteroid impact 66 million years ago that killed off the dinosaurs, but that's not the case. Patagotitan Mayorum went extinct around 100 million years ago, and the exact reason for its extinction still remains unknown. How was this video? Tell me in comments. Also suggest on which topic you want next video. Thanks for watching.